culture.
Don't get it twisted, this is still Outside on PTV. Trust me, there are lots you're gonna learn right here on this episode on Outside on PTV. I'm your host, Cynthia DJ. See you after the break. This is still Outside on PTV, and you're rolling with your girl, Cynthia. Like I said, we're going to get the link between art and cake. What is that link? It's amazing. You would want to know because I really want to know. I'm going to be having a guest. She's not just any guest. She's a special guest. I call her a special guest because of what she does. She's going to be doing a demonstration and telling us and linking art and cake. But before we do that, let us get a brief history on what cake is all about.
It is very difficult to put an exact date on when baking, cake making and decorating began. Although it is thought that the Babylonians taught the Egyptians the art of baking. A painted panel of around 1175 BC depicted the court bakery of Ramesses III, illustrates the preparation of several types of cakes as well as some bread. There are all indications that confectionery sweetened with sugar was on sale in Egypt around 700 BC. The tradition of creating special cakes for weddings reaches back to Roman times. A small and basic fruit cake would be made from food that was traditionally offered as an appeasement to the gods. Rich fruit, nuts, and tiny honey cakes. This cake would be crumbled over the bride's head so that the gods would bless her with abundance. The tradition known as crowning the bride. The tradition was brought to Britain by Julius Caesar in 54 BC and became part of a local custom. Although they were not yet served at weddings, decorated cakes made their first appearance in England during the reign of Elizabeth I. Most were adorned or molded almond paste. The food of this era was becoming exotic and extravagant, with the new culinary discoveries brought back from around the empire. At this stage, wedding cakes were baked as tiny separate cakes, more like buns with a sticky coating of almond paste. Some would be crumbled over the bride, some squeezed through her wedding ring. Some eaten by guests and some thrown to the poor folks outside the feast. The remainder were built into a pile and set before the new husband and wife, who were expected to kiss over the pile of cakes. This would hopefully bless them with prosperity and many children.
Wow, I hope you enjoyed that brief history on cake. I really did. We tend to learn every day of our life, and I've come to understand that cake started way back to this day, and we're improving in that history every day. Like I said, we're going to be having a guest who I call an artist. We'll be doing a demonstration and also telling us the link between cake and art. She's an amazing woman. She's a mother of 4. And she has a passion and love, and she's still doing what she is doing. And let us meet our guest, Sarah Omoyele. Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Cynthia.
Nice to meet you. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Like I would always say, people will call you whatever, a cake designer.
Yeah.
But me, I will call you an artist. What do you call yourself?
I think I go with you. I like to
Oh
be
my
seen as an artist too.
That's amazing. Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. And amazing artists, right?
Thank you.
Cool. So, Matt, can you tell me what's your cake? What is the artistry on your cake?
Like you said, cake. It's gone way back, and there are so many things that goes into making cake. But there are three parts of it. Is I think that is the sweetest part of it, because that is what really sells you. That's the decoration, the art in it. And it takes a lot. You know, after the baking, you have to glaze your cake. And there are so many types of artwork. But we'll start with maybe the buttercream or the marzipan before you start going to, maybe you want to do the royal icing. But this time around, I like to do the fondant, because mostly maybe weddings and sort of people prefer the fondant. So
Okay, so
yes.
today you're going to do a fondant for us. That's what you're saying,
Well,
right?
yes.
Oh, okay. So, ma'am, for instance, someone actually comes to me and like, hey, no design, nothing, and said, I want you to do a cake for me. What's the inspiration? How can you do that for the person? Well, how do you know the right thing to do for the person?
There are so many things you put into consideration. Number one, sometimes what brings both of them together, and probably the place, the location, and sometimes too the venue at which you want to do it. So a lot of things come into place. You ask such questions, then you'll be able to determine the type of cake you do for them, or the type of artwork you do for them.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, ma'am, there's some people or artists that would say, at times I've lost the touch of art. Do you ever think you could ever lose the touch of your artistry on your cake?
For me, that is never going to happen, because it has become my way of life. It's, in fact, in my house, like you said, I have 4. Everybody plays with cake. So what we do is to keep improving, not to lose it.
Oh, that's amazing. So, ma'am, like you've been talking about cake, and I've been salivating. And I also want to see the amazing artistry on your cake. So, ma'am, can you help us do a demonstration?
Okay, we can go
Wow. Where are we going to?
to the kitchen.
Okay, let's go. Yay.
But the first thing we do is we have to put on our apron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll give you this while I use this. You know, like I said, a lot has to be put in place to get a cake, and because of the, how do I put it, is it the urgency of the message, I have to prepare in advance and do some cream, and so what we have here is just the fondant, and then I have to mold, and then I'll use my rolling pin to really roll it. But sometimes I like using my glove.
Oh, very well. Let's do that. Yeah. As you can see, I'm actually molding. I'm rolling also in order for us to get rolled.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well done. What you do?
I think you should continue for the rest. I want to know something. This very fondant. How were you able to get this fondant? What did you put together to get this?
Well, you know, like cake has a lot of recipe.
Okay.
Likewise, fondant too. You can make just normal sugar fondant. You can make the flour paste and all those things. This particular one, let me say, I use like 4 or 5 major ingredients. Number one is the icing sugar.
Icing sugar.
Then one major ingredient also is the glucose.
Glucose.
Yeah, glucose. It's not the normal glucose, those glucose.
Yeah, because I wanted to say yes.
So glucose, then there's gelatin to make it dry fast.
Okay.
Then there's glycerin.
Okay.
Then there's this CMC, carbomethyl, you know.
Yeah,
Then, then there's another powder to gum tragacanth. That makes it too more pliable, so that it won't be able to cut or break easily. And sometimes you can put a little bit of shortening, so that it will not just stick and it will
You know, in those days when my sister used to do, anyway, she still does so I like to taste it. Let me taste it. Can I taste this ice sugar? Is it sweet?
I thought you want to taste the fondant.
No, the ice sugar.
Ice sugar is always sweet. It's always sweet.
Very well. Let us see how we keep on doing this, right?
All right. Yeah, welcome.
Let me put back my gloves.
Okay.
Okay. So have we gotten the right place? Is the place
Yes, it's okay. So the next thing to do now is for me to roll.
Okay.
No, I have to cover the cake.
Okay.
So for it to be a bit easy too, let me just try and put some here so that it will not stick. You see how I keep it. This is my rolling pin.
Okay.
I start by this, making this. You see it. I want you to take note of the size of the fondant now.
Okay.
And you see where we'll go to before we cover our cake.
Okay.
Alright. I'm not going to break it. And also, if it is not type, if you don't want it to be white, we have the colors, the food colors. You can as well add colors while molding. You mold it together. And if you want to do the marble type, that the color will not mix very well. As the way you mold it, you mix it together till you arrive at the consistency the way you want it to be, and then you stop. But this time around, I want it to be white.
Okay, cool.
Actually, it's not going to be plain white because I had a bit of ivory color, so it will look a bit like the bridal color. Yes.
It's what you mean, the bridal thing.
Yeah.
Very nice. As you can see, she's doing the rolling.
Yes.
Getting flatter.
Yes.
It was pretty smaller before, and now it's getting flatter.
Yes.
Wow, this is really amazing. From the little one it has gone to the, can I actually have a little feel of this too?
Yeah, you are
Can I
free.
do?
You
Okay.
can.
Good. So I'm learning. Okay. Oh, it's like I'm not doing it very well. Right?
You are not at all. You have to exert force on it so that it will move. If not, you just be not like that. Anyway.
Exerting force. Getting force.
For it to be easier for you, you can just do by the edges.
Okay.
Just go on by the edge.
The edge.
And by the edge, you know.
But I hope what I did now is not going to spoil.
No. It's not going to affect it.
The edge. Edge force. Oh my goodness, I'm doing it. Feeling good. Feeling good. I think you should continue.
It is easy. It's not.
Yeah, but it's really nice.
But it's fun. But it's fun. Yes, it's fun, and it's fun really.
All this is the artistry process.
Yes, of the cake. Yes, it's what, you know. Most times when people say cake, it's so easy for someone to say that cake no fine, that one too ugly. Oh my! Sometimes you have to be there to know. So you can see the way I'm, because
so you're making it wide.
And it's getting thinner. You know, so that we can cover the whole cake at once.
Okay.
You know, there are so many types of decoration. Assuming you want to make the double layer, maybe you want to make the top different from the side, you just need, you understand?
Yes, I do.
But this time around, you want to cover the whole cake. And the cake is a bit big, sure. So and we have to make the fondant so wide, so that no part will be left. Everywhere will be yes.
properly covered.
Yes.
So that means you measured the icing sugar from the beginning.
Everything.
You know what is going to cover this whole cake.
You know, everything about cake is all about measurement. Even from the cake itself, before you arrive at the cake, you need to have your recipe, your measurement. Like I have my scale. You use the scale or the cup.
Okay.
You know, and from experience, I know the quantity that will be enough for it. And because actually the one I want to do is going to be a simple one.
Okay.
It's going to be just a simple cake. So I'm not going to do a lot of roses and all those stuff. Then I'll need a lot of fondant to really make those roses. But now, first of all, let me cover the cake, put the base, and then you'll see how it will go. I'm almost there anyway. Almost there. See what I'm doing. You see?
Yeah.
For me to be able to carry on the rolling pin.
Wow.
You see? Actually, I have a bigger one. You can see.
This to carry the icing, fondant icing on the cake.
Yes, this is it. You can see we have enough. We have enough of it.
So what's this? What's
We just want to clip the edge. It's an art of design. You know, this is our heart.
Okay.
You can see it. You
Yes.
see? You see? You see it. You know what I'll do? Most time when I use this, you have to emboss it.
Okay.
So you just give me some minute. Let me just do it. While embossing, you will see the beauty of it all. You understand? You've seen it. So we even do the calculation of it. We just calculate ourselves. It's going to work this way.
Wow, she's using my color, and my color is blue.
All right. I want to use this to make the base to cover the cake.
Okay.
So
Like you already missed the
yeah, I've done everything now.
okay.
You know. Just want them because there are two colors of blue, two shades of blue. Yes.
So you're trying to mix them together.
Exactly.
Together, perfect blend.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to use this. We call it
What's
the
this?
line cutter.
line
Cutter.
cutter.
You see how it works. I have to release it so that I'll be able to roll.
Okay.
This is the shape I want at the edge of it.
Okay.
So you see how it comes now. No, I've not told you where I'm going to put this.
Yeah. No, so I'm actually washing to see where you want to fix this
Okay.
design now.
Okay, I'm back to the cake.
Okay.
This is what I want to do.
Okay, so you're adding the water again to
Yes.
brush it in order for it to stick to the cake.
Yes.
Okay.
You can do sugar glue. There's so many things you can do to just stick your cake to it.
You're rolling again to pick it.
Yes. if your fondant is not well made, definitely it's not going to work. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
It does, right? Okay. I'll just stay left. Actually, I'm supposed to have done this before you get here. So I'll just do maybe just one of it, and then later on I can just finish up the stuff. You see what I want to do. Sorry, it's sticking now. I really don't want the icing to be too much. So it's a fast way of making roses. You can make roses in so many ways.
Wow.
So
you want to do a rose for us?
It's a quick.
Let's see how to craft a rose without sugar. That's nice.
Are you sure? We're not done yet.
Okay. So you're picking what's the number?
It depends on how far I want it to be, how big, how wide I want it to be. I can even expand it. I can use the foam and make it lighter if I want it to really have that very light. So, but you know, because of our time, this is what I mean. I usually put it is the foam, you know.
Okay.
Can just make it lighter, you understand?
Okay.
But now, let's just do it this way.
Okay.
Then I use
What
this.
is this called? What's in your hand?
What is it called, sir? It's just one of our tools anyway. I'm sorry. Okay. You have to merge them together.
You merge together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can this become a rose?
That's really what I want to see. How can this become a rose?
Yeah,
Please, I want to see how
this
the
is
link between this and the
okay.
rose.
Now, if you permit me, please, I want to remove this.
Okay.
Sometimes, as some works, you want
Permit me
to
to
do.
want to take up mine because
Okay, you're free
we're
to
going
do that.
the same thing. Oh.
You're so free to do that. Does this look like rose? Does it?
It's already coming up!
Oh, really? This is a shortcut anyway. There's so many final ways you can make your
Yes,
rose.
you know, we tend to like shortcuts.
As Nigerians, you know, we like shortcuts.
Yeah, we
so
do.
much. I can easily put this. I'll make more and more. I can cut this off sometimes too. If you don't need it, you cut it off. You can easily cut it off. If you want it to, like, you understand, stick. You can put, there's still water on the brush. Add. That's it, is okay. Remember how we did it? Yes, we will. Make sure the down one does not go off. Just keep rolling. Just
Wow, I could see a third hand right here.
I want to introduce her to you. She's Lolade. She's
Okay.
my second daughter.
Oh,
My second born rather. Second born, second daughter. Yeah, that's what she. You see, this are cake.
Okay.
A lot still have to be done, and most times they usually assist me. In
Okay.
fact, without them, I can't do my job.
amazing.
So now we need a little, this tiny polka dot, which we are going to fix on this.
Wow.
So I want her to use this tool. Just
Okay.
let it go on, and let me. 16, 15.
Okay, so you're fixing the
no,
noose.
yes. You put down, yes.
Okay, you're fixing
They have
some-
different types of shape you want.
Okay.
But this time around, this is what we want because we want to get a perfect.
You're seeing the artistry effect we're actually trying to get on the cake. Now we've actually gotten the roses. Now we're getting
No, use
dots to beautify
Okay.
the cake. So let us see how we're going to get this.
All right.
Okay, she's fixed it in.
I hope you're enjoying it.
I am having fun.
It's
I
fun.
am having
It's fun.
fun.
It's fun.
I am
It's
having
fun.
fun. Seriously, yeah. It's cool.
It's fun.
And imagine something that was pretty plain is coming out
This
amazing.
colorful.
You don't
Yeah.
understand. I could see the amazing artistry. Before now, you'd be like, all right. When you said you were going to show me, right now, I am loving the artistry.
Thank you. It's not.
take off the-
Yeah, not really, but how does it look like?
Oh,
it's
no.
not coming out fine. You see.
No, it's
So
not.
sometimes just a little of it
little
because
could do the
it's like
magic.
bringing two types of roses together. So
Wow.
sometimes the combination has to be. The only thing is we need to add to this edge.
Wow. This is really, really low. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really had fun, and now
see.
I can actually see the art in the cake.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time, man.
I think we have a surprise gift for you. Okay, this one cake now belongs to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you guys can see I have a cake right now. Oh my goodness. This amazing artist right here just gave me this. And trust me, I love it so much. And trust me, I'm going to work towards the time and getting married because I want something like this on my wedding day. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Wow, I hope you had fun because I did. I want to say thank you to our guest who was able to link art and cake, and she demonstrated that right here on this episode. I hope you're going to stay with me same time, same station, where we'll be discussing about the amazing dance and the wedding. I remain your host in there today. Bye for now.
Archer.